Well, hello again, everyone. It's your man, Cowboy Star, coming back at you. That's right, talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Well, folks, it looks like the Cowboys have trimmed 5 players off their 90-man roster, brings them down to 85 players. On August 24th, they have to cut 5 more players, and on August 31st, 5 more players. So it's getting down to the nitty gritty. The Cowboys are going to have to make some decisions, as I've said before. As you see, I'm still wearing my shades. Until the Cowboys play like I know they can, I'm going to continue to wear these shades. And I'm just hoping that it does some good. Maybe this week against the Texans, the Cowboys can gel and get their stuff together. It remains to be seen if Dak Prescott's going to be able to play. Uh, it's up in the air. They're still toying with the idea of him maybe getting a few snaps against the Texans. But one thing for sure, if he doesn't play in this game, he won't play in the final game against whoever. I don't remember who they play in that last game. But if he doesn't play in this game against the Texans, usually the last game is when they play all the scrubs that are on the bubble to try to figure out who they're going to cut at the final cut. But of the 5 people that were released or cut, Reggie Robinson, he was not cut. He was put on IR. So his season is over with. So that kind of counts as a cut, in a way that trims down another extra person, even though he's still a Cowboy, but he's just on IR and he won't play at all this year. He has a turf toe injury. Let's see. Suo Olanawau or something like that. He's a Hawaiian dude, fullback. He was on a practice squad last year. He's also been placed on IR. So that's 2 of the 5 that are on IR, and they're not. They haven't been cut. So they cut 3 other players. Now perhaps my boy Nick Ralston, the fullback look-alike of Daryl Johnston, might make the team now since Olanawalu has been put on IR. So that opens up the door for him a little bit more. So he has a better shot to make the roster. The first player that we actually cut was linebacker Anthony Heinz. He's been waived, and if he clears waivers, he could. They might possibly pick him back up and then put him on IR. IR is kind of a convenient way to keep somebody, yet he not play for the entire season. So looks like the Cowboys are implementing that little tactic. He could return though, but Kyron Brown, cornerback, has been cut, and he never really showed much. Of course, he didn't have a whole lot of opportunities because we're loaded down at defensive back. But when he did get in there, he wasn't great to say the least. So that means more reps now for Boss Man Fat and Nashawn Wright and Mo Kennedy. Mo Kennedy has really stood out in training camp and in preseason this year. He has surpassed all expectations. A lot of times when he sat out last year because of COVID, he opted out. And most times when a player opts out, the team usually just ends up cutting them. But they didn't cut Mo Kennedy, and he's risen to the challenge, and he's really playing some good ball, some good defensive back for us. So looks like he's going to make the team. The last player that we cut was a wide receiver, Brennan Eagles, and he's also been released. And our wide receiver room is just way too deep for him. I mean, he might catch on with another team, but he really didn't show a whole lot and really didn't get a whole lot of opportunities. Speaking of defensive backs, in yesterday's practice, Malik Hooker and Diamante KZ looked great in practice and were hitting and really getting in there and making something happen for the Cowboys in practice. So it's good to see Malik Hooker on the field finally. Malik Hooker knows what he's got to do. Even if it's special teams, if he's got to play special teams to make the team, that's what he's going to do. So, the Cowboys, like I said before, we have a lot of decisions to make. We're only down to 85. We're going to have to get down to 53. But let me know what you guys think. Leave comments. Leave a few comments in the comment section. And like the videos or dislike them, whatever you want to do. And don't forget to subscribe right down here in the bottom corner. I'd appreciate it. And I'm not going to keep y'all on today. I just wanted to get on here and report the latest news. But the Cowboys have made some cuts. They're down to 85 players. And we're going to have a preseason game against the Texans Saturday night. So if you're a Cowboy fan, be sure you tune in to the preseason game against the Texans. With that being said, be sure and subscribe to the channel. I'll check you guys next time. I'm out.